Hey, Real Green Ninja here. Today we're going to talk about how to do the do not call list in Service Assistant. So let's begin. The first thing you need to do is you're going to need to get registered and get the call list in the first place from the federal government. Now, we don't support the actual list itself as far as you getting it and stuff. We do is once you have the list, we'll help you import it into the software. So pretty much you will need to go to this website right here and you'll need to register for it, and then once you're registered, get the list and stuff. Again, unfortunately we can't help you get the list in the first place, but once you have the list, you will want to have it or download it in a text format, a TXT format, because in Service Assistant what you're going to do is you're going to click on Tools, Utilities, Customer Utilities, and Do Not Call List Utility. Once you click on that, you're going to see that we have a little thing here telling you, hey, this is the type of file we need to have. And again, it's assuming it's going to be a text file. Now, as far as what that text file would actually look like, and again, I was helping someone do an import, and I looked at it, I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty basic. Pretty much it looks something like this. And again, I just created an example one here where it just has a list of 10-digit numbers, and then what it does is it looks at what number was on this list. It sees if you have a customer in the system, and if they do have two numbers that match, it'll check mark this person's do not call. So again, you're going to need to have this right here. And again, like I said, this is what you get from the federal government. Now, I don't know what they actually would title it. I have mine just a do not call example. But like I said, get that list from the federal government. Now, once you're in Service Assistant, you can either delete the existing one that you have set up, or you can add to this list. So if you've downloaded the list recently and you have you're expanding your area and it's like, let me grab a do not call list for a different area or something like that. Again, I'm not sure how you get the list in the first place. Again, you'd have to talk to the website people to get the list from. But like I was saying though, is if you want to add to the list, then you can hit add to the list. Now, if it's been a while since you've gotten the list, it's possible you may want to delete out the list simply because you want to start fresh. But again, you want to make sure that you have all the areas that you would need to get. Okay? All right, now once you have the list and once you decide whether or not you want to delete the existing one or add to the existing one, you're going to click this little icon right here. It's going to pop up your browser window asking where's your list. You're going to go to your, in this case, my desktop. Let's go down a little bit. Look for my example. Where is it? Maybe I'll scroll up a little bit. There we go. So again, I'm going to double click it and then it's going to load it into the system. So you'll see it loads it in here. Once you have it in there and you decide, then all you have to do is hit import. Now I do have a customer set up. I did put one of those phone numbers that was on the list here with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 on here. So if you go to the customer's contact tab, you see the do not telemarket, nothing's check marked. Now, once I do the import, it's going to do some processing. And again, depending on how many customers you have, depending on how many people are on that list and stuff, it can take a little while. So we do got to give it a few moments to do its processing here. It shouldn't take too long for my database because, again, I don't have a lot of people in my system. Or at least I don't think I do. I'll give it a few moments here. And we're back. And you notice it's almost done here. Like I said, this can take a long time. It's probably maybe about 5 minutes. I pause the recording and stuff like that. But like I was saying this is probably something you might set up before going for lunch or something like that. But like I was saying is it's going to go through. And again, because I told it deleted my existing list and stuff. But you notice once it deleted my existing list, it finished processing the rest of it. Now, if we go back to this customer, change tabs, refresh, you'll now notice his do not telemarket under national is checkmarked. Okay, so again, this person is now set to do not telemarket to, but it's not automatic. When you're ready to create your call list for whatever campaign or whatever you're doing, what you're going to need to do is whatever report you run. So let's say, for example, running like a customer list by program job, or looking for people that have snow removal but don't have something else, or maybe have a FERT program and not something else. Under this options button right here, we're going to need to go to the contact preferences and say whether or not telemarketing is allowed. So again, if you're trying to generate an email list for people that you can telemarket to and you want to email them, then you might say, well, let's find people that telemarketing is not allowed. Or if you want to send it out and actually make the phone calls and stuff, then you might come in here and say telemarketing is allowed. Now again, keep in mind, you have to set this filter on the report in order for that do not telemarketing to be honored when you do your export or printout or whatever you're going to be doing with that report. So like I was saying, it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Again, the key thing is you do got to get signed up with the FTC or whatever the website is. Get the list. Once you got the list, go to Tools, Utilities, Do Not Call Utility. You can either A, again, delete the existing list and re-import it fresh, or B, you can go through and just add to the list if you just got a larger area and have done an import recently. And simply because it might be a little bit quicker to add as opposed to delete. So I hope that helps, and you have yourself a wonderful day.